Good soldiers follow orders.
Hello everyone and welcome for another episode of the spoilers of Legend of the Force with the Batters Batch. It has been quite some time since we have done a spoilers episode. We have been very busy with lots of SWU related stuff between events and PQ and things like that. If you haven't seen any of our other videos regarding those events, you will soon. But today is all about spoilers. How are we, gentlemen?
Good. Keen.
I am very keen as
Enthused.
well. I am very, very, very keen.
It's like we've built up a bunch of spoilers, like waiting, like when you try and binge something on Netflix.
Yes.
It's like waiting for all of the season of Andor to come out and then just binging it all at once.
That is literally what I'm doing.
Same. I've watched
But
nothing.
it's only because I don't want to pay more than 1 month for Disney Plus.
Don't. I'll get you my Disney
Oh my
Plus. I'll give you
God,
my
I'll give you my
Plus.
Disney Plus.
God.
Jesus.
We're already sidetracking.
All right. Didn't take long.
So yeah, as we said today, we're gonna go through a bunch of the cards that
There's also
we
Daredevil.
haven't checked out. There's a lot. You probably have seen them around, but we're gonna give you awful, absolutely awful, and probably wrong takes on all of them. Hopefully, it should be only the ones that we haven't explored yet. There might be some double ups. There shouldn't be. Ready to go, gentlemen?
I'm ready for Clint's hot take that Obi-Wan Kenobi will be a medic deck.
Well, we're about to find out.
set 5.
Let's start with Obi-Wan Kenobi, the green hero leader. On leader's side, action, you can use the Force token, give an experience token to a unit without an experience token to it. 5 cost, 3/6 on attack. You may give an experience token to another unit without an experience token on it. That's his on attack ability. Gentlemen, what are we thinking?
Why do you have to hate on Obi-Wan Kenobi all the time?
I think he's
I don't hate on Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't think he's bad. I think he's boring.
man, in draft, he's going to be great. There's that.
Sure, yeah.
This I like.
Comes out at 5, 3/6.
You're most likely going to give at least one experience token. It can be himself, so it can be a 4/7.
No, it can't be. Can't be himself.
Oh, it's
Another
yeah.
unit.
No without experience token, right? So it's a 3/6. It's gonna be fine. Look, in those green hero blue deck, you're gonna have some sentinels. You're gonna have some stuff that are alive.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be all right. This size a bit underwhelming. Again, it's all dependent on how easy the Force is gonna be to acquire, right? So
I was super hyped about him until I actually read the card on his leader side. On
he
his,
even said,
on his
and I
unit
quote,
side.
and it's now too late to retract it. Shotgun the showcase.
Yeah,
You now have to get a showcase.
No. I still want the showcase as a priority. But I was like, yeah, great. You can flip him, you can attack, give him an experience token, so he's a 4/7. And that's pretty strong. I mean, we've seen how strong Django was at 3/7 and Boba was at 4/7.
Yep.
But he also doesn't do anything inherently broken, so giving himself an experience token once would be pretty good.
Yep.
But the fact that he can't, I think, is a bit meh.
Yeah, we'll see. Look, Force, Jedi, Republic tag is interesting. We'll see what we can do with that. Next up, we have Third Sister. I'll start with her leader side. Action, play a unit from your hand. It gains hidden for this phase. No additional cost, so pretty good. Anything that doesn't cost extra, we like. Action allows units for a little bit of survival. 5 costs, 5/4, Force Imperial Inquisitor. Some interesting tag. I think we're going to see a lot more Inquisitor synergies this set. It comes out hidden itself, so can't be attacked. And on attack, the next unit you play this phase gains hidden. So pretty good, man. It's guaranteed 5 damage almost, because unless you have a Sentinel, because you can't attack her. So it's going to be quite hard to remove. Obviously, you have some events that can remove her, but is it what?
There's lots of events.
There is
Open fire, takedown, force choke. I don't know. This is to me. This is also quite underwhelming.
I don't like her.
I don't think
You
she's
don't like
great.
any villainy characters.
4 health on 5 is just not.
No.
Yeah, 4 health on 5. I think is like hidden is not a. I don't know. It could it could be the kind of decks that I play. Like that thing's gone immediately.
Is hidden really worth 2 hit points? I don't think so. Maybe 1. Maybe she could be a 5/5. but
I think 5/4 is a bit weak. Again, maybe it's like an aggro-ish kind of deck. It's what
I mean
it sounds like from the
Kylo's
5/4.
5/4. Kylo's
Kylo's
5/4.
Kylo's a 5/4, but he's a -1 for every card you've got
Yeah.
in
No,
your
no,
hand.
I get
Like,
that, but he's a
yeah.
5/4 on 4.
Yeah, but he's on 4. Yeah, exactly right.
Force Imperial Inquisitor. We'll see what it looks like, but yeah, not sold. I don't like her character in Obi-Wan in the series, so there is that.
Oh, well, that's controversial, isn't it?
I think the showcase could have some cool. Oh, you skipped. Oh, all right. I'm back. I'm back.
Shotgun the showcase before we go any
Not
further?
even.
It's
I
just
dare
did.
you.
I just did.
I will.
We can
murder
double.
you.
We can double up. Like you and I can both have one.
I'm paying cash money for this show. This is my favorite Star Wars character.
Okay, let's go through him. Darth Revan. When a friendly unit attacks and defeats a unit, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, give an experience token to that friendly unit. So, pretty simple. It's a bit particular in terms of mechanics because you need to have units against you. So, probably the worst leader against anything that's control-y. And he's a 3/6 on 5, restore 1. When a friendly unit attacks and defeats a unit, you may give an experience token to that friendly unit.
So it's interesting on its leader side, it can happen multiple times.
Mm-hmm. At you don't have to exhaust, you don't have to do anything like
passive.
that. Yeah.
When you trade into units, you can get the experience. I think obviously the standout thing is a single aspect leader.
Yes.
Villainy only.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
And the thing they talked about on the stream when they revealed this guy is the L gold bar along the bottom, meaning legends.
Of course.
Obviously, this guy's from Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
If you haven't played those games, you're missing out. They're amazing. And this character is sick. I'm so excited.
Good unit, I think. When a friendly unit attacks and defeats a unit, you may give an experience token to that friendly, meaning it's including him, right? So he can buff himself, unlike Obi-Wan. Now, obviously, a bit of a trade-off. You got to kill something, but a lot of potential, I think. Obviously, only villainy, so the deck restriction. There's a deck restriction aspect of it.
Like, he's just a better Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's only better because he has the deck building restriction.
Of course.
But I mean, we are also and you still have your base, so you still will get one color,
of course,
in whatever you pick it in. But I think we're also getting into a point where the card pool is much bigger.
Of course.
And I mean, I'm just thinking like you chuck a thermal oscillator with him, and you've got to have 5 less cards.
Yeah.
So you don't even need as many cards.
He is an aggro character, so you would put him with red, wouldn't you?
He's kind of not. Like a 3/6 on 5. I wouldn't with restore. I wouldn't call that aggro. I don't know.
I mean, it gives you a little bit of survivability while you're attacking base.
It's weird because
you want to take out enemy units.
That's the thing.
Buff up your own units.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit more
controlling the board, and then
So you're probably wanting what? Green. Green is probably best for it then, isn't it?
I think so. Next up, Ezra Bridger. Now, I'm excited about this card. I saw this morning. It's a cool card. First of all, I love Rebels. The look of the card is sick. The moment in the series is sick. Ezra Bridger, 3-cost, 3/5, Force, Jedi, Rebel, Spectre. On attack, you may give an experience token to another creature or Spectre unit. The creature tag is a bit, I'm not too sure yet. Spectre obviously sounds amazing. You put a Sabine turn 1, put him turn 2. It's sick. I love him. Obviously, that's the kind of decks that I play. Blue hero. But I think he's really cool.
This is the first time we have a card referencing creature as well, isn't it?
Synergy-wise, yes.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that means we're getting a leader that
maybe like a Kanan.
Creatures.
A Kanan, like in his like
when he's
his wolf form.
Yeah.
I think it's also
that makes sense.
It's also interesting. I was just double checking so I didn't sound like an idiot. This is the first Ezra card that has Jedi, his yellow version.
That's true. Which is weird because he's still not a Jedi, weirdly enough.
No,
I thought that when I saw that.
Because he's in this. It's something really interesting that I heard in one of the streams. I can't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That the cards and characters that they take are a snapshot in time, because obviously these characters exist for across
Yeah, yeah.
decades, some of them. So like the image on the yellow Ezra card is like him when he's like kind of a bit of a thief. He's got his little slingshot
Yeah.
thing. It's like he's breaking into an Imperial thing, going to steal something. Whereas this, he's got a lightsaber. He's with those whale things whose name I forget. Like he's kind of more further along in the Rebels series.
Yes.
So this is like that later snapshot in time. I think that's really, interesting. That's really cool.
Yes.
Like,
And Kanan's trained him and all that.
Kanan's
sort of
trained
stuff.
him. He's
Still not a
got his
Jedi, but
lightsaber
yes.
now. Yeah.
So-
He's received Jedi training.
Look,
though.
good card. We can all agree.
Good
Great
card.
3-5
Yeah,
body
costs
for
3-5.
blue.
Getting a bit
hero.
more Spectre synergy.
I don't think
maybe
had a
Hera
3-5
comes
yet.
into it.
Yes, absolutely.
Not in blue, no.
Yes, so I think that's good to catch up on that. Obviously, green had some, red had some. I think blue didn't yet. So
The green's first one was the Obi one that was spoiled in the last one.
They also had the Emperor's Royal Guard, which are they 3 or 4?
No, it's a 4.
It's a 4 cost. Emperor's Royal Guard.
But no, the Obi one is the first 3-5 in green.
It's a 4. Yeah. So look, this Ezra I think is really cool. I think I'm definitely gonna play that in a few of my decks. Yeah, works with Kanan works with Sabine, Sabine's masterpiece, things like that. So really cool.
The hyperspace is going to be dope as
Oh
well.
my god!
Oh, it's gonna
And
be really
look,
nice.
And that's if there is not a prestige of it. But we'll see.
Yeah, didn't even think of that. Mm.
Could be some of it. Yeah, they've got it right.
Next,
He's
gotta be
he's
the
a pretty
prestige
iconic
stuff.
character. Like in the newer space.
next we have the Jedi Guardian, common 4/8 for 5. Look, big body for 5. While this unit is defending, it gets +2/+0. Draft card. I'm most likely not going to play that.
Yeah.
I don't know. For
What?
5.
Hang on, wait. Why is this guy a Legends character?
So I can tell you that.
Please.
So in the Knights of the Old Republic games, there was
Yeah.
kind of 3 Jedi archetypes, and we see those cards in this
He's
set
the
of
tank.
spoilers. There's the
Right.
Guardian, there's the Consular, and there's the Sentinel. So the
Right,
Guardian,
okay,
the Jedi
right.
Guardian archetype in Knights of the Old Republic was all like the combat-y, fighting with lightsabers,
Okay.
Right,
the
okay.
tough guy. The Consular
Okay.
was like to use the Force,
Yeah.
so like the Jedi Wizard, like Yoda is, and
Okay.
the Sentinel is kind of like a balance between the two. So
Look-
that's where they've got this from Knights of the Old Republic, basically.
Okay.
Those archetypes.
If you can stick something that gives this guy Sentinel, he's a problem.
Ooh.
He's a
He-
problem.
Well, there's that. What is it?
Uh,
Irresistible Will. It's the
there's a
upgrade that gives
couple-
it Sentinel.
There's a couple, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that's
There's units as well. Like you put him with Captain Tifo.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's fine.
problematic. But yeah, other than that, you just
No,
bypass.
Basically
That's
a
a-
6/8 on defense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
insanity.
pretty.
That's decent card.
That's a big body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plo, our good
Absolutely.
friend Plo, another one. So obviously had the first Plo Koon card in Twice of the Republic. Amazing card. One of the best of the set. This time we have a 6 cost 6/8 uncommon Force Jedi Republic blue heroic. While the Force is with you, this unit gains grit.
Another big body.
I'm not playing this for 6. I
Not
don't know.
as
It's
I want him to be 5. So
not as impactful as the yellow
can be a 6 out of
ambush.
5 though, but yeah, it's
version.
a bit late.
No, I know that. But
It's a bit late.
But I just-
Again, go ahead.
on the Kira flip, this guy would be busted if he was 5
yeah.
on the Kira flip.
It's interesting. Like, does he work in the same archetype of the Jedi Guardian that we just saw, where you kind of want to give them a bit of Sentinel, and you're forced to go into this big 8 body, which then was, if you hit it for 4, then he swings you for 10. Like, if this has Sentinel, you can't go past it, right? Because you give 4 or 5 damage, all of a sudden you're losing a third, if not half, depending on the base you have of your health. Could be a game swinger, good draft card. Like it's like in draft, you see that you pick that every day of the week because this is a 6/8 is super hard to kill in draft.
Mm.
Constructed, I'm not sure.
I think a lot of these cards probably don't see much life in Premier when we're still this early in rotation.
Yeah.
Like
I
there's
don't know,
just so
this-
much
this-
in early set.
This seems like a good Han 2 card.
Yeah, actually,
Comes out at an 8/6 on 5.
I'm playing that in my new
Oh.
hunter card.
Right?
It's yeah.
I mean, you gotta have the force, but
5,
you know,
yeah.
But
You
you
do,
have
you
the
do.
Force by default, right?
Well, it
An
depends if you have the
8/6 on
base.
5. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd rather that than Poe.
it's
Well, no, Poe's still pretty good, but
close for good. Don't do
like,
that.
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. We'll see. Yeah, in Hunt 2, potentially. Owen Lars, devoted uncle. One costs vigilance card, 0/3, restore 2 when defeated. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for a force unit, reveal it, and draw it. A lesser, not a lesser, like a bit of a different moisture farmer, right? A little bit less health. Moisture farmer, I think, also has restore 2, except that these guys has this when defeated ability. Interesting to cycle through and make sure you get your force units if you have a lot of force synergy. A little bit of an underwhelming unit. I don't know if I would waste, quote unquote, waste a card slot for him. Not in constructed, at least, but
I think there's an
We'll see.
archetype in, say, like a Ray deck where that does run moisture farmers.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you give it experience. Even if you were to do an Obi-Wan green blue heroic build, you might consider him as a one of, because
Yeah.
you can make him a 1/4. Restore 2 is still good any day of the week that early on as a one
Mhm.
cost.
Yep.
And the when defeated ability, they're either going to kill it because it's restoring so much, or you're just going to run it in, restore 2, trade, or do nothing, die off it, and
Yep.
search the top five cards of your deck.
In
I think it's pretty good. I think any card where you can do that kind of searching and cycling for
it's only
cheap,
5 though, so it's not a lot of reach.
I
five.
mean, Mon Mothma only does 5,
Yeah.
and she costs 2.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
I
Mon
think-
Mothma is the same. 5 is not a ton of reach.
But
No.
I think I would prefer this card if it actually cost 2, and it was when played.
Potentially. Really interesting as well in maybe a Tron deck when you can do this twice. And obviously you're playing like a different force deck when you're playing Inquisitors and things like that because you're playing villainy. But potentially now you've searched through 10 cards and you've gotten 2 force units. Can be interesting.
I'd be interested to see how that works, but I'm pretty sure Thrawn.
Probably wants to do something different. Yeah, absolutely.
It depends on how many when defeated cards we have in this new set, because pretty
mean,
much
any
all the when
edition
defeated
is pretty
cards
good.
with Thrawn are all vehicle cards, really, aren't they?
Pretty iconic character as well. Like I'm sure a lot of people will love to have that in hyperspace and things like that. So good card to have in the set, but probably won't be super impactful. Only the fringe tag.
Look,
We haven't seen
look,
much with the fringe tag yet.
It'll be in some dumb data vault deck where you want to dig through your cards.
Continuing on with some vigilance cards, we have Wato. What do you guys say?
Watto?
Wato. No money, no parts, no
Watto.
deal. Sick art, by the way. Really cool art.
It does
Who
look
drew
pretty
that?
cool.
Reno drew that. Fucking congrats, that's sick. 1/6 fringe. On attack, an opponent chooses 1. You give an experience token to a friendly unit, or you draw a card.
That's a good card.
That's a good card. It's a good card. It's a 1/6. You don't really want to send much into a 1/6, but you can't leave it on the board too much because this
Start to clean up.
it starts to add up. In those like maybe like a Ray double blue type of deck, you're playing Wedo, you're playing this guy. All of a sudden, he's a 1/4. You can make him a 2/5 with Ray. Like it's it's
I mean,
starting
your
to add up.
opponent doesn't want to do either of those things.
I
They're
know. Not at
buffing
all.
your unit
No,
up,
they're both good things for you.
or you're drawing a card. Like especially like in a lot of blue decks, your opponent doesn't want to do either of those things.
Yep.
And you're right. Like they don't really want to run
Into a
too much into this.
because it's 2 units you got to send.
Yeah, that's 2 actions. That's 2 attacks that aren't putting damage on base.
Yep, and you're getting something out of it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a good card.
I like it.
I like it.
The draft card.
Oh, great draft card.
It's a great draft card, but it's a good constructed card too.
It probably is, and again,
It's not your style of deck, but
it's not your style of play.
in a
but,
data
like,
vault deck.
yeah, absolutely.
Since data vault is the new hot card,
I played it. I played the hell out in something.
everything
like
is now. This will go in a data vault deck.
yeah, in a Luke deck where you can shield stuff, like in a raid deck.
Mhm.
Just a good
Yeah.
time.
Don't get me wrong, I like data vault.
Yeah, I think it will.
I think it's good. I think it's a
But
good base.
even in Ray, like you can put 2 experiences on that
It can be a 3,
and make it a 3/8.
And
Insane.
you make it 3/8. The next experience token goes on it.
4/8.
He can be a 5. Yeah, 4. No.
Maths is
4.
hard.
3.
Yeah, because it can put you. It
On
can
itself.
if it's the only unit on there, it gets an experience,
Mm.
or your opponent lets you draw a card.
It's
Yeah,
It's a good.
It's a-
6
it's
health.
a good
is-
card.
ooh, Good card. Lieutenant Rail from Endor. 4 cost Vigilance card, 4/5 Rebel on attack. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for an item, upgrade, reveal it, and draw it. Okay, card. What I like about it is that it's super thematic, right? He's the arms dealer, the antiques dealer. I like the fact that the card works like that. It's on attack as well, so you can do it a lot. Now, I don't know how many items there are in the game. Obviously, I assume the sabers and things like that, the weapons are all items.
Correct.
But very interesting card. Not
aren't
sure how much I'll play.
I'm gonna check this, but aren't bounties items?
Uh,
The upgrades
looking.
for sure. I'm not too sure.
I'd be surprised. Maybe some of them are items,
Mm.
depending on what it is.
Look, it's an interesting body. Good body for 4.
4/5 is Kanan. Kanan's 4/5.
Yeah, same thing. And Cannon's
Uh,
played a
Rebel
lot.
synergy.
Yeah, Rebel synergy. A lot of good stuff here. Again, depending, do you play a deck with a lot of items? If you do, obviously that's super interesting.
Like we're
Go get
getting
your
cards
lightsabers.
that are. I mean, they're not tutoring cards, but we're getting cards that can help you dig deeper into your deck.
Absolutely.
Like I'm surprised that Mon Mothma was never played a little bit more, just because of her ability to dig 5 cards deep
It's just a
on
weak
turn
body.
1. 100%. I know it's. And it's funny how FFG has kind of stayed away from any sort of tutor cards. Like, looking for
Yeah.
one specific card. You've only got, what is it,
Search Your
Search Your
Feelings.
Feelings, which is a 4-cost villain card.
Mhm.
Like, that's a high tax to pay to dig for the card, to pull the card that you want.
Absolutely.
I mean, in Destiny, they had a card called Lightsaber Pull, which cost. Was it 1? It might have even cost 0, where you could just go pull a lightsaber from your deck.
Yeah,
and-
not much like that
And
so far.
we only had 30 card decks then as well.
Yep, good card. Moving on from Luton, we got Cure Wounds, 1 cost Vigilance card. Use the Force, so you lean your Force token. If you do, heal 6 damage from unit.
This is a
Thoughts?
Chirrut card.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
be
is a
good in
Chirrut
Chirrut.
card.
is that
Imagine-
a spell in KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah, it is, and that's the art from it actually looks like one of the main characters, Bastille Shan.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of the same outfit. Might not well be her.
You would remember her outfit. But decent card.
I think for 1 cost,
Yeah.
To heal 6? Like,
You
but
lose
this
your
is
Force.
this is going to go in Chirrut. This is only going to go in a Chirrut deck. I can't see what else it would go in, because Chirrut's the only one that will survive 6 damage, and then you heal him up.
I mean, we're seeing a bunch of those. Like the Guardian has 8 health.
Plo
Halp
had
1 has
8.
10. Like
Yeah,
for 1 cost,
but
you
don't
might
really, you don't really
might
care
wanna
about
do
your
it.
Palp surviving.
not often,
It's not his
but
thing. Yeah. And again, it's you need to have the Force. Like as of right now, like Palp decks don't really
Yeah.
play with the Force. Like how is that gonna?
yeah. Well, we'll see how it works. I mean, for 1 cost to heal, think of on a redemption.
Yes. Again, I think
You
we
play a
have
redemption, I mean, you technically have to pay it for 8, not for 7.
we
But
have to look at things through this new lens of all the cards that use the Force are gonna be busted. They're gonna be really good
Yeah.
because you need the Force. They're all conditional. Like you have this card in your hand and you don't have the Force, it's useless. Like you actually can't play it. So
yeah.
yeah, I think you're gonna
I
see a lot
think-
of cards like this.
I actually think this is a good card.
Yep.
But I actually think I would like it better, or I think it would be more thematic if it was like, spot 2 Force users and heal one of them for 6 or something like that.
Mm.
Like, so you'd have to have 2 Force units on the board.
Okay.
Does that make
Or
sense?
at least
Like,
one.
it's
Just have one force unit, and you can heal. X.
yeah,
Like a
it's
force
fine. Like use
kind of
use the
heal.
force. Yeah. Like use the force. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But I think thematic wise, you've got two characters on there. One's healing the other. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
like
I don't
a
know.
force
I'm just
throw but
I'm
for
just
heals
thinking
would
of
have been good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have the Sith Legionnaire, 2/2 Sith Trooper, command villainy. While you control another villainy unit, this unit gets +2/+0.
Pretty cool.
Pretty nice.
Solid.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's okay. The body's a bit weak. Like,
Yeah, but it's a 2 cost.
yeah, but so is the Battlefield Marine.
Sure.
So is
Yeah,
Sabine.
but
Like what I'm saying is this doesn't survive too much. Like you need to have the initiative and be able to play villainy units straight after. Otherwise, you get traded favorably into.
the Battlefield Marine's the only 3/3 really, apart from the Bo-Katan and Double Red.
Yeah, Evazan. But I mean, this
Yeah, he was on as a 3/3, but he's got a huge drawback though.
This also dies to L3/37. It dies to Crafty Smuggler.
Crafty.
Again, like the 2/2s early, it's always the benchmark race. Do you survive to Battlefield Marine? It's not bad,
It's just a nice little aggro
I
card.
think for as long as they exist, right?
of course.
Let's keep that lens on it,
course.
like because we're quite feels far away, but we're not far away from rotation.
And we'll
and I
still be
think
here.
like, but like, yeah, I think it's pretty good. You might not play it on. It might not be a first turn play technically, but if you wanted to go wide in a green black deck,
Interesting to grab off a Vader as well, because you know it's
Yeah.
gonna be a 4/2 immediately. Thank you, baby girl. Always bring
Okay.
tea.
I like it.
No, but Captain Enoch. Now I love this card.
Oof.
Well, I love the character. The character's cool. I can't wait for Ahsoka seasons 2 so we can learn a bit more about this guy. I want to paint a Legion mini. I want to get a proxy Legion mini of this guy.
that'd be sick.
3 costs, command villainy, 1/5. Decent body, right? This unit gets +1/+0 for each trooper unit in your discard pile. This a trooper? This is a trooper.
Lots of troopers. They've kind of snuck up. There's quite a lot with that trooper thing.
There's a lot of droids as well, right? A lot, like from last set, from Twilight of the Republic. I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of troopers.
They all have trooper as well. Just thinking about that general from set 1. It's like you play him, give 1 experience to up to 3 trooper units or something.
Yep.
Like,
I think that's a
kind of
decent
seeing
card.
some of this stuff come together. And I mean, look, a 3 cost 1/5
And it's Imperial, like in a
Imperial,
Krennic deck,
5 health.
Tarkin deck.
Tarkin.
In a Tarkin deck, it's pretty good.
So, is this a card you build around, or is this just a okay? Well, I'm because you're not just going to run troopers for the sake of running troopers.
I think
No. But I think thematically you could.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're running a
Is it
trooper, like
something
an
like-
archetype now for trooper decks.
I think it is something similar to what we're seeing with Vader Swarm now. Like you can go, it's same thing, but you go ground. You put a bunch of troopers and you got this big unit. Like all of a sudden it's a 4/5. Maybe it gets a few experience tokens from a Tarkin, something like that. Like it can be a menace. I don't know if I build around that, but I definitely think I slot it in this type of deck.
Because you got that trying to find it. The Warzone Lieutenant.
Yes.
It's a 1 cost 2/2 that has trooper. It's bland as hell, but like it's a 1 cost.
Yeah.
So you absolutely could just go wide with a bunch of that shit.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool thematic deck.
Yeah. Interesting that it has. So now it has to be in your discard pile, obviously, because thematically it's pretty cool, right? Because obviously he's in Thrawn's army and they play with those undead kind of troopers. So it's cool that it happens in the discard. Interesting that it has the Imperial tag when technically the Empire is no more when Enoch comes into play. They still think
But they don't know that.
exactly,
Yeah.
which is why it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But cool card. Jedi Consular, assume another class, another archetype from Knights of the Old Republic. 1/4, 2 costs, commands, heroic, Force Jedi, action, use the Force, play unit from your hand. It costs 2 less. Something similar to a Alliance Dispatcher, right? Slightly better body. I mean, way better body because it's a 1-4. Dispatcher's a 1-2, but it costs 1. And here you use the force. It costs 2 less instead of 1 less. I think the best comparison is really the Alliance Dispatcher. Here it's a 1-for-1. The ties are different. This has force. This has Jedi. Alliance Dispatcher has Rebel. Decent card.
Okay, so
It's a good card.
Okay, no, hang on. So, has it been established yet whether you start the game with the Force, or do you have to gain it?
I think you do if you have one of those bases.
Yeah,
Otherwise, the bases would make no sense.
I think you do. I don't know whether it's been confirmed, but I think it makes a heck of a lot of sense that you.
But think of those new bases.
Start with it?
It's you start with the
Yeah.
force. I think.
I think the problem is that if you were to start with the Force, what if you're running a deck that doesn't utilize the Force? Your opponent then has a significant advantage because of
The force.
what you're getting from using the Force.
Yes.
Now, the only reason I'm posing this question is because if we're not starting the game with the Force, you play this guy on 2, you're not getting the discount till
Oh, for a while.
for resources.
You have to
because
play
you're
with
gonna
the force base. I think.
Well,
No, 3
there's-
resources.
There's 2 that we've seen so far. So there's the Jedi.
No, 3
Temple.
resources. Because you can attack with this guy. No, it'd have to because you have to tap him.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's on,
Yeah,
it's
you
on
have to
turn
tap
2.
him, so 4 resources, yeah.
On turn 2, you play him, and you can play a 5 cost. I mean, I can play Poe on turn 2. That's nice.
How are you playing Poe on turn 2? Because that's only if you have the Force. Like, that's why
Yeah,
I'm asking the
But
question.
isn't the like there's bases that give you the force to start the game, right? The new ones.
Yeah,
If you've
so
if you've attacked.
Ah,
So the ones we've seen are when a
yeah.
friendly force attacks, the force is
I
with
thought it
you.
was you
Create
start the game with the force for some reason.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying is I don't know if
Yeah,
it's been established yet whether you start. I actually think
Can't
it would be
remember.
too powerful if
Agreed.
you started the game with the Force.
Like I said, you
I think
with
you,
Poe on turn 2, it's a bit
yeah,
much.
I would say you probably because if you're running, for argument's sake, a Sabine deck,
Hmm.
there's no Force
Interesting
users
argument.
in the Sabine deck. No, I'm just saying, like,
I'm kidding. Just 'cause
it's just I think because I think we're seeing is that these using the Force is quite inherently powerful.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
with this specific
Established.
one, you're getting a 2 discount cost on a unit, whereas Alliance Dispatch is only 1.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to pay 2 less for a unit is
Oh, it's massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
is
Um,
huge.
I don't
Like,
think
look
they
at
have-
look
they
at
have-
look at Piet. Like Piet when he comes out and you pay
Yeah.
2 less for a capital ship. Like that's
Mhm.
on his leader of unit side. So my assumption is that you won't start with the Force and you can't start using the Force until like the 4 resource turn or something after you've attacked or something
Yeah, maybe.
like that.
Yeah, interesting. We'll find out soon enough. Speaking of force, we're going over force users. Cypher Diaz, 4/4, 5 cost command unit force Jedi Republic. When defeated, search the top 8 card of your deck for any number of clone units with combined cost 4 or less and discard them. For this phase, you may play those cards from your discard pile for free. Good card. Super
Kinda
thematic,
cool.
so that's cool.
Very thematic for him, which is sick.
Not a fan of the art for some reason. I don't know. It's well drawn, but I'm not really vibing with it.
I like the cityscape in the background. I think that's kind of cool.
Top 8 cards for clone units up to 4 or less. So it could be 1. It's not you. Could be
Carl might
2,
chuck it
but-
in his Nala Stay deck.
Yeah, you
Batch
look
Brothers.
like you're
Cool
looking
Batch
for
Brothers, you get 2 for 1.
You're looking for Clone Commander Cody, things like that.
Yeah.
The Cody might be 5 actually. Echo is 4. Echo is 2. Which one is the 4 cost?
I think this just does too little too late. Like it's great. It's fine to search and play stuff for free. Like you're basically replacing him. But
Yes, you're right.
I think it depends.
at 6 resources, most games are over. Like, I'm
No,
not
but
saying
like,
that,
the game's not over.
No,
But
they're not.
It's a pivotal turn. 6 resources is pivotal. Like a lot of leaders
Sure.
come out at this time. Like this is 5, but you're thinking of the next turn, obviously when he's being defeated. a bit very understated for a 5 cost.
Not a powerful enough ability to warrant
I
the
don't think so.
lack.
Well, you would
lack of,
expect you'd get the equivalent of 4/4 back.
Yeah,
Which
maybe.
you might,
What
because
is
you
what
get a
the expect which
4
is what the expected
cost.
value is.
You get a 4 cost. There's a lot of 4 costs that have better stats than him, which is why I don't think he should be 5. If he was 4 cost, maybe.
But yes,
5,
the Nalisay deck would like this.
yes. Not much
Or
to
a
say,
Rex deck, maybe.
Yeah.
A Terran Tatek.
I have no idea what this is.
5 cost, 5,
It's
5.
also from Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
It's often like a creature boss that you would fight in the game.
Right.
This art
Quite
is
thematic. They're supposed to be like really
aggressive.
tough creatures. It's super aggressive. They fight and defend their lairs. You had to fight a couple of really pivotal moments in the game.
I have Knights of the Old Republic on my Switch. I should probably play it.
You should 100. I cannot recommend it. It's getting remastered. I cannot recommend it enough. It's one of the best video games I've ever played.
We'll all play when it's remastered.
Yeah.
Look, draft card 5/5/5. Ambush if you have a force unit. In draft, it's gonna be a monster because it's gonna be so much force units. So it's gonna be a great card.
Yeah.
I love the art of the Terran Tatek. I don't love the art of the Jedi that he's facing. Don't love that.
Yeah.
Oh, while it controls.
Just look as well. It's common. So we're gonna see quite a few of these in draft.
I'm gonna
It's
have to
be
think
sick.
about it. Turn 5. Turn rules 5.
Yeah.
HK47. You said you really like this card, I think, before, right?
Yeah, no, I like the character. He's also in Knights of the Old Republic. He's this assassin droid who just talks about murdering people all the time.
So he's a 2 cost aggression villainy 2/4. When an enemy unit is defeated, deal 1 damage to his controller space. Well, I know in what deck I'm playing this, so there's that. It's a legendary.
Oh wow, it is a legendary.
Oh.
2 cost legendary.
2
Quite
cost
cool.
2/4 is pretty cool.
It's a good
It's
body.
not bad.
It can be played in your new favorite leader, TV. Because obviously you want to defeat a bunch of units, so that allows you to trade while being a bit aggressive on base.
It keeps happening.
It keeps happening.
And
It
it's a
gives
Sith.
token. It is a Sith, which I remember when looking at the cards when they came out, I was like, oh, Sith. That's a bit odd. Legendary. First one that we've seen, I think, so far.
Very
like
playable,
that.
I
Very
think.
playable.
I think
Yeah.
that'll go in a lot of red villain decks.
Yeah.
Like just 2 cost 2/4 that does an extra
2/4
damage.
is not anything to, like doesn't die to a
Battlefield Marine.
Bam Bam, so that's always good. Battlefield Marine.
That's gonna be in every red villainy deck. It's top tier. I really like it.
Yeah, good. I like it.
Speaking of red villainy, we have the Scythe 3/5. So a lot of tags here. Imperial Vehicle, Transport, Inquisitor. I think that's the first time we see the Inquisitor tag on a vehicle. On attack, you may give another friendly Inquisitor unit +2/+0 for this phase. Not bad. Timing is a bit tricky, obviously, because that means you need to have 2 Inquisitor units. They tend to not survive a ton, in my experience. Like, Fifth Brother gets killed very quick. 7 Sister, anytime somebody sees her on the board, they're getting rid of her.
Huge targets.
Yeah, but I will say that it goes in the Grand Inquisitor. It fits in it like a glove.
Yeah.
Play it, ready it, you attack, you buff another Inquisitor. Now you have a real turn, right?
Huge.
So
I love that.
Fits in it like a glove. Yeah,
It's just sad they bring all these cards out now when those set 1 cards are going to rotate out. And,
we'll see. Yeah, we'll still have a couple of sets of GI, but I think GI may have a real spot in the meta, obviously with the Inquisitor and more force stuff.
I just got a shiny showcase GI.
You just did? Let's go. You traded against the Leia I gave you?
Yeah, Padme.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, Padme, yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
cool.
think you would have given me a Leia.
It's someone reached out to me for a Leia today, but I'm like, oh, a bit steep.
How much?
I think 410. I was like, oh.
Sheesh.
I'm gonna
Me
have
too.
to. I'm gonna have to mark a couple more papers. But yeah, I think great card in GI. It fits like a glove. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
Death Field. Sick art. You guys see that? It's
Yeah.
the art on the new mats for the Galaxy Championship.
Yes.
And
So I was talking to Scott about this. If you have bought
the
a
ticket.
certain ticket scale, which he did, you get one of those mats.
Cool. So how much are you willing to pay to get one of those?
I'm already in discussion.
I thought so.
Look, I've never care about that kind of event exclusive mat things before. But Revan, you don't understand the hours that I've sunk into the Knights of the Old Republic video game series.
I don't.
They're the best.
Take a guess.
Death Fields 4 cost villainy aggression. Deal 2 damage to each non-vehicle unit enemy unit. If you control a force unit, draw a card.
Pretty good.
Crowd control.
Yeah.
Plus potentially draw. Again, potentially goes really well into some Inquisitor deck. If you've attacked with a Fifth Brother, you've done 1 damage to each ground unit already.
Could be killing some stuff off. 2 damage doesn't feel like a lot,
It's not,
but it's
for
2
4.
damage to everything
Everything
that's
non-vehicle.
non-vehicle.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I mean, as well, if you control a force unit, you draw a card, like in a Kylo deck, in an Inquisitor deck.
It's tough. I think it's a bit expensive.
a Vader deck.
I don't think it'll get played. I don't think it does enough.
Feels a
It
little
does
pricey.
feel quite expensive, but I mean, Red doesn't have a lot of draw.
It's tough. Like you're playing this and I'm playing Kanan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Feels expensive.
Yeah, if you want to spend your 4 resources just doing 2 damage to everything in mine, okay, cool, fine, whatever. I mean, I guess what you're probably trying to line up is just, as you said before, little bits of damage to all the units. This just finishes them off, and then you can grab a whole lot of experience tokens with Revan off the top.
And draw a card.
And draw a card.
Interesting. Attuned Fernok. Where is this guy from?
It looks like Rebels.
Yeah, it's from,
Oh yes,
yeah,
when
Ezra
they're
in the
in
background.
the when they're in the bloody what's the name of this planet? Like this depot thing. I think it's Hera and Sabine go there and they get attacked. Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Attuned Fernok. Disgusting looking little thing.
Yeah.
2 cost, 4/1
gremlin.
hidden.
2 cost 4/1. I mean,
It's good.
trading up nicely.
Like if you look at it, it's a 4/1. It's tough. It's better than a Stormtrooper, the 3/1, but that costs 1. It trades up nicely with a lot of things. You probably don't want to trade with that anyway. You're going to base every day of the week. I think that's what this is aimed at, right?
Yeah. But I mean, like if you play the yellow heroic Ezra,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill it. I don't want you drawing.
Yeah. No, it's a decent card. It's in a ping meta. You play against a CAD or a Quinlan. You resource it straight away. It should never hit the board.
It's interesting that it's heroic.
That's what I was just trying to figure out. Is like, why is it heroic?
I think Ezra captures them at some point, and they use them against.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
So maybe there is some synergy.
There's a creature tag. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm not super pleased, but we'll see.
What does Ezra do again? He's the
3/5.
He's like, so he's got
give an
like
experience token to another creature or specter unit.
Yeah.
And make it a 5/2.
That's late though. We'll see. Because he needs to get on the board and attack. Yeah, because it's not when played, it's on attack.
Yeah, but he comes out.
It's a draft card.
Yeah. No, I agree that he comes out at 3, but that means both Ezra and that thing needs to survive. And Ezra needs to have time to attack next phase. It's a lot of ifs.
Yeah.
Jedi
That's just a
Knights,
draft card. That's fine.
last archetype, I assume, that you were talking about earlier. 3 cost, 3/3. Bit understated. Yes.
Not actually an archetype from KOTOR. It was Guardian, Sentinel, and Consular.
We'll see
So this is a little bit different. Oh, it's just the generic. They're
Yeah.
kind of Jedi Knights.
When played, if you have the initiative, deal 2 damage to an enemy ground unit. Not
This is a good aggro
bad.
card.
It's not
No,
bad.
it's
It's not bad.
Like with so many 2/2s out there,
yeah.
like I think that's coming out second turn.
If you've got the
If
initiative,
you've got the initiative and you're playing it, you might be able to take out their first turn play.
Yep. Prevent them from trading into your turn 1 play.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
bad.
pretty nice.
Body,
I like it.
Alright.
I think this is a good card.
You like it?
I like it. I don't know if it'll be
Hold on, let me
constructed
check the
playable, but I
tags.
think it's a good card.
Force Jedi 3/3.
I think it's a nice vanilla card. Well, not vanilla card, but just
think Quinlan Tarkentown.
it'll be competing for so many spots
Yeah, but you can.
at the 3 mark.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But in a Quinlan,
Quinlan's not a deck anymore. No one plays fucking Quinlan anymore.
I mean, lots of people play Quinlan. You
There
just
was
have a favorable
one-
matchup into it.
There was one person last weekend that played Quinlan, and the
Okay.
weekend before that, and it was the same person.
Yeah. Okay. You're taking a snapshot of not that many people at an event.
No, I know, but
Quinlan
if you look
is
at
playable. You just have a favorable matchup into it.
no, that's not what that's not my opinion on it. My opinion is that if you look at the results from the regional and the sectors, the decrease in play of Quinlan is
Yes.
going
Astonishing.
down.
That's what decreasing is.
That's what I mean by no one is playing Quinlan anymore because it's not a good deck.
Back in. We'll lock back in, gents. Alright.
I don't know why you're defending Quinlan.
I'm not defending
Like you've
Quinlan.
never played it.
Oh, you're talking about TV. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Colbs.
He's angry now.
I'm not angry. You're just wrong, but you're allowed to be wrong, so it's fine.
You love saying that. Anyway, next. Merrin.
Merrin.
3 cost 2/5. That's a good stat line. On attack, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, deal 2 damage to a unit.
I like that.
Hey there, Kylo deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pair that with a Migs.
Just
I don't like that it's on attack, but I mean, it being on attack means it happens more often.
then
2/5 means she's staying around. Force card means
Force
she's a
card.
target for force throw.
Is it the first time that we've seen Knight as a tag?
No.
No.
I think Savage Oppress has it.
That one that heals from
Yeah, the witch.
Twilight. Yeah.
The sister of Dathomir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good body. I like it. Art's pretty cool. That in hyperspace. Oh god.
That's gonna look nice.
Oh god. So yeah, I think it's a really good card. Mostly in Kylo, but I think it's gonna be good. Tukata. 3 cost 4/2. Hidden.
Another creature.
Another creature, very similar to the one that we spoke about earlier, the 4/1 hidden.
Yeah,
very
not
similar
heroic though,
archetype.
so this can
Not
go in
heroic.
other things.
I don't know what this thing is out of. Probably Knights of the Old Republic.
There's legends,
Probably-
I'm not
it's probably-
sure.
Oh, it is Legends, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, just nothing much to say here. 4/2 hidden.
Yeah.
Decent draft card. A lot of attack. As I have foreseen.
Oh, that's
That's
some
card.
art.
And that's a card.
Oh yeah.
1 cost. Cunning Villainy.
You're
Force
not my
card.
only hope anymore, motherfuckers.
Look at the top card of your deck. You may use the Force. If you do, play that card. It costs 4 less.
Oh, that's a good fucking time.
This card
You're
is,
my only hope can shove it. That's some
this-
good shit right there.
I can see this being banned by December. I'm like, dude,
You're not wrong.
I can see
You're
this
not
being
wrong.
banned by December. So far, everything that reduces costs, it doesn't
Yeah.
do a great job staying around.
I think though the point Clint made earlier, we don't know the mechanics of
Look.
how you're going to get the force, how frequently you're going to get the force. So maybe that is something that keeps it in check.
I agree
Maybe.
with you. Now, this card does something regardless of if you have the Force or not. because the look at top card of your deck happens whether you're having
Yep.
the force or not. So that's a good card already. It's a decent card.
Mm.
Force is an even better time. I don't think you'll use it if you don't have the force, right?
No.
But even if you look at it, you're like, oh, now I can be fucked. You just don't play it. But at least you have some knowledge. Now, I'll be damned if he does Thrawn from set 1 doesn't make a comeback with this card. You know what's on top of
I
your deck.
I
know.
think that's the only place you can play it, because
What a card.
if you look at the Yoda decks, look at how many times they just have to kind of YOLO off the top of their deck with Your Only Hope. Like,
Yeah, but
it's
look how
not
much
as
it works.
That's good. Man.
yeah, we're counting the hits and forgetting the misses here, though.
Yeah,
when it
but
comes when it comes to that.
for one cost,
Nah.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just talking about Yoda, though.
I know.
I'm just talking about
Sure.
Yoda.
Go ahead, keep talking about Yoda.
What?
What was
you
yours?
stop talking.
My brain just went blank. Like, Yoda? Why am I talking about Yoda?
Why
Where
are you
am I?
talking-
I
Why are
blacked
you
out.
people talking
I
about
blacked
Yoda?
out.
What you were saying is there's a lot of things that need to happen for your Only Hope to work well, right? You rarely
Correct.
play it. You rarely try to rip off the top. You
And
set it
and
up.
the point that I'm making is that with Yoda you can at least kind of set it up. With this, I think it's a lot more random.
Maybe there's something that we haven't seen yet in this set.
You
that
have
makes
seen
it-
it. It's Thrawn, the leader Thrawn.
Oh, look, for sure. But I love the character. I would love to make I would love to make a Thrawn deck work. That's not that insane thing that Ian played.
I
But
think that could be the avenue to that.
it could well be.
It's such a nasty card. I love it. I think it's amazing.
And
Like, imagine you lucked out on the first turn in a Thrawn deck, and you had that, and you played a 5-cost
You need to have the
card.
force, but yes.
Yeah.
And the
That's
only
what I'm
oth-
saying.
The only other thing that I can compare this card to is now there are two of them.
Yeah.
And now there are two of them barely gets played.
Yeah. Bit more
And you
complicated
can
setup,
actually
but yeah.
you can actually set up to get the discount there.
I think this is better than now there are two of them, but I see what you mean.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's funny that it's a rare and not a legend.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good card. It's a good time. Liberated by darkness. Use the force. So 5 cost,
Zoom in.
cunning, villainy.
There you go.
Use the force. If you do, take control of a non-leader unit at the start of the regroup phase, its owner takes control of it. Cheaper, change of heart, and conditional because you need to have the force. Great card.
Good
I
card.
think
Yeah.
it's a great card. You on
That's
5,
gonna ruin some
you're starting to see
people's
some
day.
interesting stuff on 5 and 6.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a good card. Art is sick.
It's very cool.
Hyperspace is gonna be phenomenal.
Take control of your Poe.
Another rare.
Can
I
you
think it's a
loot?
good card. Anything,
Luke,
right?
Yeah. Anything. Like, because there's no condition on it. Like, commandeer, it has to be a vehicle. So, like,
With
in JTL,
no
it kind of
pilot,
make
right?
with no pilot.
Yeah,
So it's
so-
quite conditional, and it's the same cost. That it's just your force token, and it's anything.
Now, Commandeer is just a cunning card. This is cunning villainy. So a little bit, obviously. Anytime you put restrictions in terms of aspects, the cards get better. Because you can't use them in
Yeah.
everything. Interesting, like, is there a place for this in yellow villainy? I think Timothy Liu, who plays Palp Yellow, is buying 3 copies of this day 1. Could be wrong, but I think
I mean, he's gonna take control of something before the palp flip. That's good. That's awesome.
sick bastard. But I think good card. Jedi Sentinel. We're going keep going with the cunning hero this time. 5/4 4-cost Jedi Force. While the Force is with you, this unit gains Sentinel. I really like that because you don't have to use the Force; it just has to be with you.
Just has to have it. But if you use it, then you
Then
know
there is it, of
that's
course.
that's gonna make important decisions on sequencing when you use the force, so that you don't lose the sentinel.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I like it.
A little bit long. I mean, the 5/4 is always interesting. You always prefer a 4/5 most
Yeah.
times. Because the 5/4 Sentinel dies to a lot of things, but at least he would
Yeah.
kill whatever he's ran into by it most
I
times.
think a lot of these Legends cards are just going to be draft cards.
That's a great draft card.
It's a great draft card, but with so much choice in the 4 spot, you're definitely not playing that in constructed.
In Cunning Hero, 4 spot is stacked already. You're playing Ahsoka or Kira every other week. Now, obviously, rotation is going to happen, and
Yeah.
you know,
I think as well, if we see, like, obviously when we find our cool style of events of a set 5 only leader event, it's going to force a lot of these cards to be a bit more usable.
yeah.
I think it'd be pretty interesting.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh,
Now this is a card.
Who are you kidding? You are never
yeah.
playing this.
When are you ever playing a card that costs 7?
Especially not in Cunning Hero. What?
People change.
I have never seen you play Han,
People
and Han is a
change.
busted card.
Yeah.
I will disregard this comment and move on with my presentation.
We'll just edit that out of the final
7
take.
cost.
1.
Cunning Hero. 7 power, 5 health. Force Jedi Republic. Ambush. When defeated, you may choose a non-leader ground unit. Its owner puts it on the top or bottom of the deck. Legendary.
That's cool.
Sorry. Can I
You can.
say my piece now?
You can.
This is a card.
I mean, it is a card. That is a factual statement, Clinton.
Cardboard, in fact.
Ambush, so it's more, and it removes 2 units from you're probably removing 2 units from the board.
Huge.
As long as it's a
Pretty
ground
good.
unit.
And the hive space is going to be pretty sick as well.
Phenomenal. And the prestige.
It's going in
And
hard.
the prestige.
Look, the thing is, it's okay. Are you trying to be aggressive? Are you trying to be control-y? This works more in a control type of way.
It's a control card.
Is this better than the 6/6 Han, which wouldn't take any damage by cleaning up most things? I'm not sure. This potentially clears 2 units. Now, it's a bit of a tricky one, right? Let's whatever he has, like, there's some things you don't want to send back. Like, you don't want to give your opponent an opportunity to draw their Vader again and trigger, like, play a healthy Vader with their when played ability and things like that. There's a lot of stuff that you don't want your opponent to get back. Obviously, if they put it at the bottom, it's probably because it's a shitty unit anyway, but it does remove a body, granted. Yeah, it's tough. 7, 5, like 5 health on 7 is not phenomenal. Like, you die to a lot of stuff, but you do kill a lot of stuff.
I think as well.
Oh, hang on. I just realized this is when defeated.
You thought it was when played?
Card. No, yeah, I did. I did.
I
think
think
it was
as
when
well,
played.
if you think of some of those interactions, like think about like the what are those stupid spear ladies that you love so much?
Village Protectors.
Village
Yeah.
Breakers.
So
Put some
a lot of
respect on this.
time when you're at the sort of the end game,
Yep.
and I'm thinking from like a Han green perspective, I might waylay it to get rid of it, but it only costs 3 resources. So if you're on 6 or 7, you're just playing it again
Yeah.
to protect your base more often than not. This, like,
This doesn't do anything to it.
doesn't do anything to it. But if there's something else, another sentinel or whatever, or
Yeah.
there's a space sentinel. I'm thinking about complex interactions to make it make sense. But it's slightly better than waylaying something back to your hand because you're putting it on top of the deck. So
Only
the
if you
person has
die.
to. Sure, that's what you're aiming for. Otherwise, you just have a 7/5 on the board, which is also still good, like hitting for 7. Someone it has to be dealt with.
Also, because I read the card and reading the card
It's not
explains
as
the
good
card.
anymore.
No.
Yeah.
It can be your own unit as well. So you may want to return one of your own units to the top of your deck so you can replay it on the next action, on the next
Yeah.
turn.
Which
Might wanna send
is
your-
interesting because you have Qui-Gon's ship does a lot of when played interaction. So do you want to send back some units that have when played interactions to play it when you have Qui-Gon's ship in play, things like that? Obviously.
This Qui-Gon deck is going to be a high skill cap deck. Like, there is going to be a lot of stuff going on, and that is definitely not for me.
I'm glad.
But someone who figures out a Qui-Gon deck that is just gonna like
Scott will do it.
Let's go.
Let's be real.
Scott.
Scott
When
will do
Scott figures out a Qui-Gon deck,
Yeah.
he's gonna ruin all our days.
Moving on, gents, because we're sidetracking way too much. But the Forge Starfighter, nice card. 1/1/1. Villainy, one cost. Hidden, raid 1, Sith vehicle fighter. Yeah,
Is what it is.
Drop
that's
card.
what it is. It's
Yeah, I mean-
you know what? It could go Invader Swarm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Vader Swarm, vehicle, fighting.
There's not a lot of Sith vehicle, I don't think. So it's interesting to see if that plays a role in his
Yeah,
playability.
might.
Just not phenomenal. Darth Tyrannus. That's a card. That's beautiful. I actually haven't seen this one. Oh no, I saw the promo one of that.
Shielded and why you've got the Force that's got ambush. It's pretty good.
Jesus Christ. 4 cost 4/3. Force Separatist Sith Shielded Ambush. This is a card. Special, so it's a special, so it will be hard to get in boosters. Wowzers. Great card.
Good card.
Phenomenal. A lot of you gotta kill something, you most likely not survive.
Yeah, it'll go in a lot of
Force
decks.
trade's cool. Separatist trade, I'm not sure how that works here. But obviously because I haven't looked at all the interaction, but I like it.
Some of those other Separatist cards, like there's that droid that's got ambush, but it
Mhm.
only has ambush if you have another Separatist card. But I think that's at 3 cost, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yes, the 4/3
Yeah.
the 4/3
Commando, droid
green
commando.
villainy.
So yeah, I think either way, shielded ambush, it's always a good time.
My wife is disturbing my podcasting. Darling.
I can tell.
I'm done soon. All right. Darth Malak. Do you like this guy?
The legend.
I do like this guy. Knights of the Old Republic. Legendary
He's got
in
a weird head.
villainy aspect.
Weird head. Very polished.
Yeah. It's going to be a good hyperspace card.
5 cost villainy 4/7 Force Sith Overwhelm. When played, if you control a Sith leader unit, you may ready this unit.
So he's coming out readied for the Darth Revan flip turn because he flips on 5.
Yep. It's a body, man. 4/7 for 4.
Or 7 with overwhelm.
Like
What's
Ray.
what's the deal with Metal Mouth?
He got in a fight with Go play the fucking games.
Okay.
All right.
Jesus Christ. God forbid someone's trying to learn.
No. He I think he got into
He
a
lost
fight.
his,
He gets,
he lost his mouth. Okay, cool.
gets-
That's all you
yeah,
had to say.
He got
Yeah.
the punch in the face. You should have seen the other guy.
he's a good character. He's a really good character. He's the primary villain for the first Knights of the Old Republic game.
Okay, cool.
Good
Fine.
card.
Cool.
Good card.
I like
good
it.
card, good character.
It's actually a good legend.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
I think if you crack this, you're not gonna hate it. I hate
No.
pulling this one.
And good in lots of villainy decks.
Ooh, Darth
Yeah.
Revan's lightsaber. This card looks sick. I actually haven't seen this guy.
Yeah.
2 cost villainy. Attach to a non-vehicle unit. If attached unit is a Sith, it gains grit. Jesus Christ. 2/2 +2/+2 for 2. That's great. Item, weapon, lightsaber. Imagine attaching this to this guy. Good God.
Yeah, it's what we expect to see of 2-cost lightsabers.
Yeah, getting the grid's great. Even Darth Revan being a 3/6 now, it can be a 5/8 with grid potentially. That works
So-
really good.
Not that I'd ever like do it. I might do it as a meme one time, but set 1 Palpatine has the Sith tag
Okay,
and 10 health.
why not?
Be wonderful.
That's I don't know why you think that's a meme. That's actually not a bad play.
No.
I don't know why you think that's a meme.
At that, I'm probably never gonna. It's
It's not.
I mean, in
it's not
Data
what the
Vault,
deck wants to do.
it's not what the deck wants to do, but in Data Vault, I got 10 extra cards, so maybe.
Grogu 3 cost heroic. This art is disturbing. But 1/6 for
Looks like
3.
the
great
Puss in
art.
Boots from Shrek, where he's like holding his hat and he's got his big wide eyes.
Yes, I see what I exactly see what you're saying. Hidden action, heal up to 2 damage from a unit. If you do, deal damage to unit. Legendary. important to note.
Yep.
It's the first time we get heroic
Non-coloured.
and villainy. No,
Yeah,
because not colored because Death Star plan were
Oh, Death Star
neutral.
plans. Yeah. So
But as I was thinking about this, I was going to say the same thing as you, and I thought of Death Star plan.
It's the first heroic legendary, though.
I don't mind
Heroic
this at
legendary.
all, man.
You don't like it?
I don't mind this.
That's
No,
what
I
you
like
said.
it.
Oh,
I
you
like
don't
it.
mind it.
a 1/6 body, like you're at least gonna be able to do, and he can do it from himself.
Do you understand how much I'm gonna play this in my Hansu deck?
Fair.
Like
Fair.
phenomenal.
It's a first turn play.
It is a first turn play. So 1/4, it's
Mhm.
hidden. Whatever I'm playing next, I'm healing. You can
Mhm.
you can heal yourself.
Can heal
Yeah.
itself. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's not a bad time.
It's a shame that the
Three
art's
of
so
those.
shitty.
They'll make a prestige and I'll get it. And
There is a prestige one.
yeah.
they've already
I
revealed
actually
it.
don't love it. But
No.
it's better than this.
Yeah.
Speaking of cool art, I actually
There's your
don't mind this
boy.
art. It's interesting. I don't mind this.
This is that capture in time bit.
Mm.
This is like him on the Death Star. He's not trained in the Force. Well, he's got the Force, but
Yep.
he's not a Jedi. Fringe, he's
It's
not a rebel yet
Fringe.
either. I think that's kind of cool.
When you play another unique unit, first time we've seen this type of interaction. Love it.
Yeah.
You may use the Force. If you do, give an experience token and a shield token to each unit. Good lord.
Ooh,
That can be a 4/6 shielded? Ew.
it's wild.
Force tag. Oh, it's a good time. It's a rare. It's a great time.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
pretty good.
You play a lot of unique units anyway. You play
Yeah,
the
I
Force,
mean, a lot of 4 costs are 3/5, aren't they? So it's not like it's understated for its ability.
No, it's not. It's interesting because you got this 3/5. All of a sudden, if you make it a 4/6, it's out of takedown range. It's out of Felder Dragon range. It's
Yeah.
out of. It's a bit of a tricky one to
Yeah.
remove.
4/6 is always in that awkward spot,
Mhm,
like
4/6,
the stupid
4/7,
ruthless
yeah.
raiders.
Yeah, great card. I think
It
Yep.
could get out of control.
we saw that.
Pork.
I think we saw
I
that.
think we've done this one.
It's
Yeah.
just- maybe in an
card.
Ezra meme deck because it's a creature.
Someone will break this card.
No, do you know what? It'll if you're versing blue black heroic, you kind of want to have that in your first
You
turn.
don't.
You
I'm
play
not
your
playing
first
this.
turn play. Imagine sitting across from me and I've got Power of the Dark Side, and you play a first turn play, and then after it you play that. I'd be livid. I'd be on tilt.
Just for that, I might.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna be playing Data Vault decks with Porgs now. Data Vault aggro decks with Porgs into Tivi now.
Don't be surprised if you see me with 3 hyperspace copies of Porgs.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be a
The art-
prestige card.
I feel like the art
100%.
might look alright with those colors. It's
The
a
art's
nice
gonna be
color
sick,
palette.
yeah.
Like it'd probably look really
Nah,
cool.
this will be a prestige card for sure.
Do we have
Ah,
another? No, we don't.
No,
That was the
that's
last one.
it.
Last one for the day. Good job, gentlemen. It was
Good
solid.
run of
It was solid.
spoilers.
We were overdue. Like we said, we were meant. I think we spoke about doing spoiler video like 5 times in the last 2 weeks. Just 3 back-to-back weekends of events. We have another one. We are going to Canberra tomorrow for the PQ. It's been a busy 3 weeks. We're off getting sick. We haven't even had time to get that much rep practice, but it's all good.
I was about to say we have to be home to podcast.
We do have to be home
But
to
it's
podcast.
true, we are not home.
We haven't been home. This was good. I'm glad we went through it. It's good to keep up with what's going on. Again, please make sure to tell us how horribly wrong we are. We tell each other that all the time anyway, so we can take it. Please also follow us because it helps us out as well. We don't get money from this, so it's cool just to see how many of you guys just follow us, just to be with the boys. But we really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you, gentlemen, for freeing up your evening. But I'm off to bed because I start early tomorrow. So deuces.
As always,
Oh, let's go. As always,
good soldiers follow
orders.
orders.
You stole my line.
I know. I saw his. He saw yours. We're all fucked up now.
That's true. I took your line. Oh, fuck. Well, out of whack.
Get your own line.
Okay, let's do it again. and I'll cut it off.
No, it's fine. Leave that in because it's even funnier.
All right,
Yeah, leave
Jess.
the whole bit in. Leave the.
I'll do the whole bit in. No editing. I can't be fucked.
I love it.
Tomorrow.
I love it.
All right, guys.
Alright.
Well, I'll see you
I
guys
get to
tomorrow.
sleep, boys.
in
I get to
Canberra.
sleep in because I got the day off.
Yeah, fucking must be nice.